So hello and welcome to another tutorial. This video is sound reverb. Anyway, so what I want to do, I'm going to draw a simple player. I'm just going to make the head a square because we're going to be animating them. Also, make sure when you're drawing your player to keep the legs and arms as just like lines or something, because we're going to be moving them a lot. So I'm just going to go in and draw really simple straight lines for the arms and legs. It's not the best player. Actually, I should probably make him even. So right now is a bit better. What I'm also going to do is select the legs, move them over right there. And now I'm going to get my darker colour. Go in here, my fill, and just fill the middle. And then my highlights or lighter colour and just put that in the top right where my light source is coming from. I'm going to draw the eyes. As I'm being lazy and he's just a cute box, they're just going to be lines. Right, so we've got a simple character now, and now we're going to start animating it. So to start off with animating it, we want to press tab on a sprite to show the frame thing. Now we want to add a new frame and change things. So you can click frame, new frame, or Alt N. So first I'm going to do the idle animation, which is really simply having two frames, and on the second frame select a player and move it down. Now you can see it's just a very basic idle animation. The good tip for when you're doing animation is to add as much movement as you can. So for example, we could add a lighter shade below the eyes as he goes down, and it just looks a little better. I might also select the eyes and move them down again. Just do little things like this, and it'll really help. And I feel like the arms aren't moving enough, so I'm going to go into frame 2, select my arms, and just move this pixel down. So now, I don't know. Well, that's a simple idle animation. Now that we have the idle animation done, I'm going to select these two frames, right click and add a tag. I'm going to name this idle. And now the colour for my idle animation is going to be red as he's not moving. Or she. So now I want to do select frame 1 and press Alt N, and now you can see I have two frame 1s. Now drag on the bottom right corner of frame 2, drag and move it across. So now that's frame 3. Now we're going to start with the running animation. To do this, he's going to be looking right and running right. So I'm going to select the eyes and move them over once actually. Now if I just fill in the gaps, now he looks like he's looking right. Now what I would also do is probably make him a little like leant over or just a little less high. So I'm going to select him, but not this darker shade here. Actually no, I'm going to select a bit above there, move him down. So this is the idle, and then that's a run frame, shorter and looking this way. Now we're going to do Alt N to create a new copy of this. And now we're going to make the left leg, we're going to move it in slightly. So I'm going to move bottom 2 pixels across, and then select the whole leg and move it across. And now for the right leg, I want to do the same. So if I select that and move it across, and now you can see it doesn't exactly look like it's running. I'm going to do Alt N to create another frame. This time select the right leg, move it once, the left leg, move it twice, and then he looks like he's about to overlap his legs. I will erase 1 pixel here. Now after this, I'm going to create a copy of frame 3 and drag on the bottom right corner of it, move it across. Now this is for as the legs have just came out. So I'm going to draw one leg looking like that as if it's coming out, and the other looking, well, the same, but maybe coming out a bit more. Now you can see it looks like he's running and overlapping his legs. Now press Alt N, create a new frame, erase these 2 pixels of this leg, move that over slightly. Now this leg I want to move over, going outwards, erase the bottom pixel, and I'll just draw it like that. Now you can see he's kind of looking like he's running. Anyway, now I want the leg to start to look straighter. So this leg's going to be fully straight in this frame, and that leg's going to be straightening. This leg I might as well make fully straight. Then is that the same as the first frame? No, this leg's one off to the left. So I'm going to move it back. Now if I select all of these, right click and then click new tag. Now I'm going to name this tag run. I'm going to choose colour as green as he's moving and press OK. Now if I play, it will play through the running animation. I'm going to set speed back to 1 times, and you can see his legs are moving, but he doesn't exactly look like he's running. This because the rest of his body isn't moving. So a good trick is to make, as he has his feet in, we're going to move him down, or well, make him shorter. And then as he does this, we're going to actually make him move himself. We're going to move him up a bit on frame 6. Brush in a little bit more. And now you can see he looks like he's running on those bits. So now frame 7 he's moved down. And then on frame 8 I'm also going to make him shrink in a little. And now let's play the animation through. Right, so now when he's on this frame, I'm going to select the bottom of his body and move it up. And we have a realistic-ish running animation. What we could do to make it a little better is to move the arms. So on frame 4, I'm just going to erase these 2 pixels and then brush in, down. Also move the arms down, as if he's leaned his arms down. Now you can see frame 3, frame 4, frame 5, and then frame 6. I'm going to make his arms moving up. So he's just been stretched out and moved up a lot. And then frame 7, 8, I'm going to move his arms down as he's moved down a lot. And you can see this just makes him look a little better. What I would also do is fiddle with the length of the eyes when he's been stretched. So you can see on this frame, I'm going to make his eyes a little shorter by adding the lighter shade below the eyes. And on this frame, as he's stretched out, I'm going to make the eyes longer. And now we have our running animation. I may also just remove these and make them the same colour as the background, as these don't really fit in. So now after our running animation, what's next to do is our falling and our jumping. So select frame 1, Alt N, and I've created a copy of frame 1 here. select the bottom right corner and move it over to the very end. Now, for when you're falling, he'll have his legs out, so I can select the bottom of his leg, move it left, select the bottom of this leg, move it left. I can delete that, and now I'm going to make him a lot shorter. So now you can see he's falling. I may also make his arms like a little upwards. Also, for falling and jumping, I'm only adding one frame rather than an animation. So now I'm just going to tag this fall, and I'm going to make the fall blue. Now I'm going to do with frame 1 out, and this should be now frame 2. Select it on the bottom right corner, drag along to the end. I'm going to add a new tag to this, just call it jump. Now change the color to any color you want. I'm choosing yellow. Now for jump, what I want to do is I want to stretch him in slightly on each side. I want to move his eyes up by about just 1 pixel as they're already like quite high up. And I want his arms, they're definitely going to be leaning down. Now you can see falling, jumping, falling, and then idle. So let's just replay what we've done. Idle, obviously a bit fast. I may also remove the lighter shades here just because they're confusing. So now we're done. We have our idle, our run. Let's of course play this at the normal speed. It kind of looks like he's jumping, kind of looks like he's running, he's falling, and he's jumping. And that's going to be it for now.